Hi, I'm Roger Dinwiddie and I'm the CEO of STARS. Today we're going to talk about what schools can do to prevent bullying. The concept that we're talking about is best practices. There are a lot of things that have been done in the educational environment to address bullying. Some, in fact, are not productive and actually may cause more harm than good. One of those things that in fact can cause more harm than good is doing quick fix solutions, such as doing big assembly programs where all the young people are gathered together, but there's not a structure in place to actually support young people and to help staff address the issue when bullying does occur and when reports are in fact happening in their school environment. So what we'll take a look at is the best practices to deal with this problem. The first step is to make sure we focus on the school environment as a whole, not just on the young person who bullies others, but on the entire school environment. If we spend all of our energy trying to stop the young person who's from bullying, we're probably going to be exhausted. We may never get some of it stopped because in fact young people who bully others are often very sly and sneaky about the way they do it. So it's important to focus on the school environment as a whole. The second step for schools to actually help address this issue is to do a survey. There are some wonderful surveys, and I highly encourage schools to look at the Alveus survey, which can be found at the Hazelden website, which is hazelden.org. The third piece, and I should say before we move on about the survey, without a good survey, it's impossible to know the extent of the issue in the school environment, which also includes looking at where the bullying is actually occurring in the school campus itself. The third step is to engage parents. Without parental involvement, it's almost impossible to stop this problem. So it's important to let parents know what's going on and what the school norms are and what the expectations are. And the other part to that is that schools also need to engage their own staff, and I'll say more about that in just a second. The fourth step is to make sure there's a bullying prevention team in the building. A team of people who are committed to addressing this issue, which should not just include school teachers, but the counselors, the administration, the school teachers in fact, and also should engage parents and in fact with older students should involve students themselves, particularly at middle school and high school level. The fifth step that I mentioned just a second ago is to make sure that schools are training staff in understanding what bullying is and what it isn't. That's a critical issue to help staff understand the difference between bullying and normal conflict and what in fact the realities of the problem are. The sixth step is to make sure there are clear focus rules. There needs to be a clear statement in the building that bullying won't be tolerated and what the expectations are for those young people who are in fact being bullied in order to help the young people who watch it go on know what to do when it occurs and to help staff know what to do. The seventh step is to increase supervision around those spots where young people are often bullied, the hot spots, if you will. The eighth step is to make sure that staff understand the importance of intervening consistently and appropriately when bullying occurs. The ninth step is to make sure there's a time for class conversation. At the end of the day, one of the important pieces of bullying prevention is school climate improvement. It's important for young people and their teachers and staff members in the building to have conversations about this issue. That requires time. So class meetings is an important part. And the 10th step is don't quit, because there will be frustrations along the way. It's important to keep after it, engaging the entire school community and parental involvement to help address this problem. So at the end of the day, there is hope, there is help, and there is a solution. Go to the STARS website for more help.